Hello, South Sudanese, all around the world, and especially the government of South Sudan and SPLM IO, which will be join the SPLM under one slogan. I say to you, good job. I think to react as before I say with the issue of South Sudan. I am from South Sudan too. My state in Jonglei. The topic that I'm going to talk today in English is about the poorness in the South Sudan, what their role actually, if anyone look at their perspective, are functional enough in South Sudan. That is the topic today, and a suggestion too for the unity of the SPLM itself in South Sudan. We'll come again. It's been a long time I didn't speak. I speak in more last time and then a little bit about Denka. But the same reaction that I already suggesting to Denka last time, the same I'm going to say now in English to the Western world and to those who are working as providing a service in South Sudan. First of all, the interest of any nation is on their behalf. We respect the human rights, but if we first gonna look, I call the South Sudan government, the really officials that are in the leadership, that are mandate, the constitution that mandate the jurisdiction of the nation as South Sudan, to see first what the function the United Nations has been added to South Sudanese life, seeing we got our independence from the north. If anyone can recall the point which United Nations has been participating in South Sudan, they supposed to monitor between North Sudan and South Sudan. The words should not be repeated. That was the function in the country. But United Nations become really not functional enough in South Sudan. The call for that United Nations must leave South Sudan, including all the agencies which are providing any nutrition or any food or medicine with a Southern Sudan jurisdiction. These people must to be obeyed according to the country constitution, but they cannot operate anywhere in the country as they are telling us we don't know the rule of law. So the point here that I was saying to the Western world, and especially to the United Nations, those who are working under the United Nations, World Food Program, UNICEF, whatever, they must leave South Sudan. And I want the government that to take action to push a jurisdiction of the South Sudan to its mandate. The United Nations has been in South Sudan plus other agencies in South Sudan, and there was no really improvement. There was no really act or acting that has been give Southern Sudan empower to do well or goodness to themselves. I see that people have been in their compound in Juba, in Malakal, in Bentiu. But this was not their mandate. They supported not have a compound. They support to build a concrete building, and there where there be office. Why the center supposed to be in Abyei or in Panato or in Khartoum or in Darfur, where there are conflict. But the United Nations, which has been providing the goods to the South Sudanese, are not really effective. So the call for today, which to South Sudan, people of the government of South Sudan, the most writes a really strong message to United Nations and to the Western world, especially British, especially USA, Canada, Australia. They must leave South Sudan because these people, the country has been in a war itself, but we didn't know really where the problem starts. So we have been fought by themselves without any single gun which has been provided by USA or by the British. But we get a weapon from somewhere. We get a weapon from somewhere, and we get a relationship little bit with the USA, but the relationship must be kept excellent, good, without any other country to involve in South Sudan jurisdiction. Why they push us as we done the rule of law. So the point of the topic today, United Nations, which is providing all the function of need of food or whatever, they must be leave South Sudan wasting a year. What the exciting last time, they must to leave South Sudan in February 2017 because they don't have any function that they are doing in South Sudan. They are really doing a business. They don't have anything that they can say they done in South Sudan since 2005 up to the present. So what the peacekeeping they are pushing. So these people, they must go back to their country, and if they want to help, let us go to the Syria, let us go to other countries where there war. So we have been ourselves, and we fought the war without any help of the Western country. So I'm not really saying the government of Salva Kiir is perfect, but let us, as SPLM opposition is coming in, let the SPLM center, SPLM, the really SPLM founding Banjo and Garang, which people are now come with unity, let them introduce a good document, and let all the foreigners which are operating under the United Nations and those foreigners who have interest operating by others' behavior of the USA or behavior of the Canadian or behavior of the British, let them leave South Sudan. Or may they can continue while they're respecting the jurisdiction of the South Sudanese. Because these people, they are not really telling us a right choice, and they are confusing us while our people are not really educated enough. We have South Sudanese has been scattered around the world. Some are in Australia, some are in Canada, some are in Europe, and here in the USA. We have a good people. We have educated people. We have a talent to construct our credibility in South Sudan. Even if there are war now, we need to educate our people, no other. Even Kenya, we need to kick Kenya out. Ugandan, anyone who operating in South Sudan, is Somalia, anyone in South Sudan wants to be kicked out. And this is the message clear, because there's no reason people fight the war with a really Islamic front and we defeat them. Why now the people who didn't know how we fought the war, they come in and they tell how we don't know the rule. Why we fought the war? Why we rejecting Sharia law? We fought more than 50 years in South Sudan, and nobody even know heard about us. So this is our blood. This land belongs to us, and no one can really come now with his lot of issues. Issues of we don't cultivate, but they are the problem in the South Sudan. So the call for today, Western world must leave South Sudan by February 2017. If there are some people gonna help, it's supposed to be Norway. Norwegian people are supposed to support any city in South Sudan because they have been with us in the war. They providing a lot of money, food to us, and we survive through them. So these people are the only access to any Western world to stay in South Sudan, but no other. So this is a message to the government, and we hope SPLM-IO has joined South Sudan government and going to be under one unity and under one jurisdiction. Let's kick the foreigners who are operating in South Sudan, forgive the food which are not necessary to us. If they say we have a cattle, we can eat a cattle. We have a goat, we have a sheep, and we can cultivate. We used to cultivate before. We used to cultivate. So if we now no fight each other, and let us stop sending money to Kenya. Let's send money to Uganda. Let's bring these people from Uganda. The South Sudanese in Uganda, South Sudanese in Ethiopia, South Sudanese in Egypt, South Sudanese in Kenya, and some areas, and invest this money in South Sudanese business. This is going to be power, the economy of that country, of our country. So I'm calling the real government to mandate its jurisdiction. Those who don't have real satisfaction to our jurisdiction, they must leave South Sudan. This is my suggestion to you today as the government of South Sudan is. Second topic, I'm calling Riek Machar and his ally plus others rebel faction in South Sudan. The most comes to South Sudan. War which has we been addicted to become useless to the point that we can lose the country to the foreigners. So let's unite. Let's come to one law that can be provide the atmosphere of South Sudan. So I'm calling all the faction in South Sudan to unite with Dr. Riek Machar and come to South Sudan and unite with SPLM. And if anyone have a right decision, have a good thinking that can be lead the country, let it run for presidency. But the hope is a unity. There no other option that we can destroy each other. Why our people fought the war? Why they didn't know ABC or ASET? They didn't know even anything. But we teach them a little bit. They didn't know how to operate a machine gun, but we teach them. Our people have a little bit life, but we can teach them more to be functional as any civilized people. So the point that now people don't cultivate, if the government itself don't mandate itself safety, don't mandate security. Those who are really the violent, they are being promoting in the South Sudan government. And if you want to have a position, you want to fight the government and kill people. And then when people appear, they bring you up to be their manager or whoever, or the leader of that section. So this support will not be working. We want to find out who are criminal, who are really a problem of South Sudanese, and that where we can invest more energy to destroy that, clique that are, destroyed our life. So, problem of Abyei is still there, problem of Blue Nile is still there, problem of Nuba is still there. But if the South Sudan don't come together, these people are going to be destroyed by the North Sudan. So, if we're going to destroy the North Sudan, we must unify under one flag and help those who have been in the war with us, and that has destroyed the North Sudan, which are operating under one Sharia law, which is not perfect in the 21st century, which they want to tell us their God. Everybody have a God. So let us help Nufa, let us help Darfur, let us help Blue Nile. Let us kick out National Congress, which are operating in North Sudan, and let's unify the SPLM in the south. Let us see Sudan will be a certified place if we kick out the Islamic in Sudan. This is really a concrete way, and that way we would hope, support to be. National Congress support will not be here now. But because for lack of the presidency of Salva Kiir, that now the National Congress is still breathing in North Sudan. But we respect Islamic people, but those who are pushing other people in their land to force Sharia or to force Muslim rule, it is unacceptable to us. If they want to declare jihad to other people, it is unacceptable. Their God is their God. So why we give them the chance to pray their God while they want to push other people out from their land instead of their God? So this is 21st century. Those who see, let them see. Those who don't see, let them really feel it. So I will finish in that position. So let SPLM, IO and SPLM, we SOLPA unify and continue building the South Sudan as Dr. John Garang has been formed it, that has built that, has pushed it as a real vision and concrete of our people and the daily life and whoever come in the system. I believe we can rule more than East Africa if we are really unified and building for better life and educated kid and put more idea to the Western world and to the Africa people. So I feel say unify of the SPLA number one and kick the foreigners out from the South Sudan, which has been operating, give out the food, are not welcome again, because we got money, we have cattle, we have animals, so we can do more than that. So help has been really endanger our people. Why they help? They help a criminal, and nobody know. So foreigners want to be kicked out. I still want to unify. That has helped our people from North Sudan. All right. Have a good day. May God help you too. Bye.